and our desk.
All right. I got the woman's photo here. Now let's see what I can find. I don't have anyone to... All right. I should look for any details that can tell me who this woman is. Nothing. Nothing.
The bracelet?
What is that on her
Sarah.
bracelet?
Sarah.
Her name? Sarah. All right. I should be able to use that if I want to cross-reference it with something.
Cool. Emails. Cases. Suicide. Hanging. Sarah.
This is her, the woman from that picture. Let's see. I remember a little about this case. Davies and Sully handled it. And she was buried at Mount Auburn Cemetery. Same as Scott.
Name: Sarah Noel Goodman. Cause of death: suicide, hanging. It's not hanging now. It's not suicide, I mean. Date of incident: field empty. Investigating officer Benjamin Tower. Follow-up investigators Janet Sullivan and Madison Davies. I guess I'll have to talk to Sully about this. The victim was found in the master's bedroom, suspended from the neck. Point of hanging was an overhead light fixture. A nearby shower stool was on its side below the victim, its position consistent with being stood on and then kicked aside. Conversation with the husband, Robert, brought forth that the victim was diagnosed with cyclothymic disorder approximately 1 year past and had been prescribed Klonopin. Medication bottles found in the house were all discovered empty. No children or parents. She is survived only by her husband. He was out of the country on the business at the time of suicide, but remains strongly convicted of her innocence. Regarding the act, she was buried at Mount Auburn Cemetery. Follow-up investigations. Cool. Robert Goodman, our victim's husband, has been insistent enough in his convictions of Sarah's innocence that the case has been temporarily reopened. A further interrogation was made with Robert, but beyond getting a recorded testimony, there was little more to follow up on, and nothing came to light that offered any new leads. The case will continue as a closed suicide.
One evidence form coming up. I already have what I need.
Cool. Case database.
I don't need to request any evidence right now.
Cane killer. Case type: serial murderer. Known victims 5. Suspected victims unknown. Years active 2006 to 2008. Case current status: not apprehended. Name of suspect unknown. Alias is cane killer. Race: Caucasian. Notable features: extensive scarring from the burns is highly probable. Notes: no eyewitness account of the killer exists. Only in one incident did a potential victim escape, but no clear sightings of the killer was gained. The potential victim was able to confirm the killer as male, of average height, build. During the incident, the killer came into direct contact with fire, so burn scarring is highly likely, though unverified. Profile summary. King Killer's nickname given to the perpetrator of a series of ongoing murders beginning in September 2006 and have been linked by a distinct MO. The nickname King Killer originated in the Boston Herald article after the second set of killings in September 2007, with one exception: C. Reed Scott. The three sets of killings have all occurred in early September, suggesting they are related to the anniversary of some significant event in a suspect's life. The exact significance is unknown. The killer targets pairs of siblings. There is no obvious methods of how they are selected, but the siblings are always in male-female pairs, the male always being the one who is initially apprehended. Killer arranges the apprehended male in a presumably self-made murder device. Each murder device has been different, but similar enough in conception that the presence of such a device is the primary connecting factor in these cases. It seems clear that in each case, the female is given a chance to interact with the device and potentially save the male. Whether the success of this is honored remains unclear, but is highly unlikely. The technical aptitude of the devices suggests a high intelligence on the perpetrator's part, as well as a possible career in a field requiring similar skill set, i.e. mechanic, electrician, engineer. The full psych profile suggests it is the killer's sense of mastery that is at play here, that he tests the others using his construction seems to further back this up. That male siblings are the initial target suggests he himself may have dysfunctional relationship with his sister and is seeking resolution through these killings.
I don't need to request any evidence right now.
That is entirely possible. People search. Sarah Goodman.
I don't need to request any evidence right now.
Sarah Noel Goodman, born 3374, Phil MC, deceased. She is not deceased. We don't know who she is. Birth location Springfield, MA. Last known address 514 Chestnut Street. Height 5'7", weight 131 lb. Eye color green, hair blonde. Identifying marks none. Education West Springfield HS. Graduated 1991 Emerson College. Creative writing 1993 to 1996. Employment Springfield Country Club. 1988 to 1992. Stop and Shop. 1995 to 2000. See file ID so and so for details pertaining to death.
No known current address. I should see if I can speak to this guy.
Right.
I don't need to request any evidence right now.
Sully.
Hey, Sully.
So, you change your mind about lunch?
No. I need to ask you something.
What is it?
Sully's here.
I found your name on a case and I need details. You remember anything about Sarah Goodman?
How can I forget? That was my first case, when McAdams was still in charge. I took the case with Davies.
Why did the FBI take the case?
Because of the husband. He refused to believe it was a suicide. He had some important and powerful friends, and we got pulled into it.
How did it go down?
The husband had left for a business trip. He was always abroad. When he came back this time, he found his wife hanging in their condo and immediately notified the police.
How did the case get handed off to the FBI?
The detective on the case immediately ruled it a suicide. The husband made some calls, and before you know it, Davies and I were driving to the scene.
So you were there at the crime scene?
Yeah, it was wicked awful. The woman had been dead for a while. Nothing like that for your first real case. Not that it was much of a case, or so Davies thought.
So,
So the husband, this Robert Goodman, he was cleared of all charges?
He was abroad on a business trip. We checked, and his story cleared. He was very disturbed. Nobody's that good an actor.
Do you know where I can find him now?
As it happens, yeah. I saw him not long ago. He's on the streets.
He is.
Yeah, here's the saddest part of the story. He never gave up on the case. He obsessed over it. Quit his job, spent all of his money, lost his home. And it drove him mad. I dealt with him a lot of times when he would come here to beg for us to reopen the case, saying he had new proof.
So that's who that was. I remember seeing him a few times, yeah. Did you ever look at this new evidence?
Briefly, he went on about the possibility of someone having done this to others, but Davey said we'd be wasting our time, and really, there was nothing concrete. As for where you can find him, he hangs out around Shafter Avenue in Dorchester. I'll send the exact location to your phone.
okay.
Who closed the case?
Davies. We did our due research, interrogated Robert Goodman, but there was nothing pointing at murder. We talked to several family members who knew Goodman's wife. They had moved to the city recently from some suburb in California because of the husband's work.
What did the relatives say?
The victim was on antidepressants. They'd been living here for a little less than a year, and she wasn't coping well with the move. It all pointed to suicide. So, what's your interest?
I need to look at a couple of things before I can say. I may need your help on this.
Anything you need, Erica.
Thank you, Jared.
He's strong.
See you later, Sully.
Yeah.
Alright, can I talk to him again?
Hey, Sully.
Hi, Erica.
No, you're facing the right way.
See you later, Sully.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we go out and talk to this new person. This way. Thank you. Who is this new person and what are they gonna do? We are gonna check, go to the parking garage, yes. Back to Boston Overview. Robert's Alley. That's where we're going next. Maybe that's the person that was at the crime scene that was looking shady and all that. Exit, bomb, exit, okay.
Hello. I'm looking for Robert Goodman. Do you know where I can find him?
Who's looking for him?
I'm Special Agent Erica Reed, FBI. Can you point me to Robert Goodman?
That would be me, Agent. What do you want?
You were married to Sarah Goodman, is that correct?
What about Sarah?
I'm conducting an investigation on her death, and I'd like to ask you a few questions. I was wondering if you can come with me to the station.
I'm sorry, but that's a part of my past I'd rather not relive.
It would really help if you came to the office with me.
No can do. I am fine where I am right now.
How could I convince him?
Maybe I can show him some
This is
positive
not
evidence.
going to work with this. This is not going to work with this. Is this Sarah?
Oh, Sarah. Yes, this is her. I don't remember when we took this picture.
Mr. Goodman, I know this is difficult for you. I've read your file. I know what happened. There's new information on this case. I believe we may be dealing with a killer. There are others out there whose lives could depend on your help. Will you please come with me?
I'll come with you, Agent Reed. But I'm not sure I can be of any help.
You will.